Hello everyone, Zane here. Just make sure you can see me okay. I wanted to make this video because I wanted to talk about the one thing that has really been detrimental to, not detrimental, but has been crucial for my success over the past 2 years. The one thing, the one shift that I made that has really changed everything for me. And, I think when people are first starting a business or first getting into entrepreneurship, they're searching for the wrong thing, right? They're searching for that one hack, that one tactic, that one strategy that's going to make them, a ton of money, that's going to make them $1 million overnight. And if they just learn this one Facebook ad hack, then it's going to change everything for them. And I think partly that's due to all the entrepreneurs that we see on Instagram posting cars, posting money, posting mansions, and they kind of make it seem, I don't know, they kind of make it seem easier than it is. But when I first started, I was motivated by money, as I'm sure most people are when they're getting into entrepreneurship, which is fine, because to me that's a gateway to something deeper, to a deeper meaning. But anyways, I love cars. It's probably made obvious by my Formula One jacket I'm wearing here. But I love cars. I wanted to have a Lamborghini. I wanted to have a Ferrari. And I knew that if I kept working my job, then that was very unlikely. All these people that I saw that actually had these cars were business owners, right? So that was one of the biggest motivators for me, was just having the money to buy the things I want, which is fine when you're first starting. But really, I saw all these guys on Instagram that were supposedly making a bunch of money with e-commerce and drop shipping. So I quit my job. I just dove headfirst, had no money saved, into e-commerce. But in my mind, I was fine, because once I learned that one strategy, that one hack, I was gonna make $30,000 in a day, and then I'd be fine. I could pay all my bills, right? So I was kind of searching for that one hack, one ad tactic thing too. But I got into dropshipping. I tried a few different things, and I settled on watches for no other reason than I thought watches were kind of cool and they'd be easy to sell. I wasn't passionate. I was not a watch enthusiast whatsoever. And I started drop shipping watches, and I didn't have any major success. I didn't have I did sell a few watches. I did, make a decent amount of money from that business. I think I had a $1,000 or $2,000 days, but you can't, when you don't have a deeper meaning to your business, it's kind of hard to push past that and hit really good numbers, really great numbers, because you're not exactly passionate about it. But I'm kind of rambling on that at this point. And the one shift that I made, that from then to now over the past 2 years, is changing who I am and changing my foundations, my beliefs, my habits, and becoming the person capable of achieving my goals. Because who I was back then wasn't capable of achieving my goals. And by that I mean, for example, I had horrible habits. I was watching TV all the time. I wasn't disciplined whatsoever in my sleep schedule, my diet, and my working out. I had horrible focus. I spent way too much time on social media. And you can just go down a rabbit hole on social media. And I didn't meditate or anything. And you don't have business problems, you have personal problems that affect your business. And your foundation and your habits and your values and your morals are by far the most important thing when it comes to building a successful business, and creating wealth for yourself, creating a business that means something. So for example, the past 2 years I've just really focused on changing who I am, bettering my habits, reading a ton. I'll take Saturdays to literally read all day. I'll read for a couple hours after I'm done working before bed. Making sure my diet is healthy, because it affects my mind, affects how I'm thinking. Going to the gym regularly, again, affects my mind, my body. Meditating every morning now. I meditate for about 15 to 20 minutes every morning, just to help with my focus and to kind of ground me, to anchor me. And then just limiting my time on social media, because that is awful for you. I mean, you don't learn anything on there. You're constantly comparing yourself to other people, and it doesn't really offer a ton of value. I'm not saying I don't go on social media at all. I'll still go on Facebook for business, pretty much. I have this thing that blocks out my feed, so I can't scroll at all, so I can't waste my time on there for the most part. And then on Instagram, I unfollowed like almost everybody. I follow like 60 something people now, so I just have the bare minimum. And then I'll set a timer on my phone to like 30 minutes a day, which I still think is even too much. But the point I'm trying to make is, by changing my habits, by changing who I am way more focused. I have way more work ethic. I'm more grounded. I'm able to think clearly, and that's going to be the biggest factor in your business. Just changing who you are. And a lot of people don't understand that, or they don't want to hear that, because it's a little cold outside. They don't want to hear that because it's not, you can't monetize it directly, right? Like reading a book, meditating, changing your habits doesn't pay you immediately, right? It pays dividends over time. It has long-term returns, and very high long-term returns. Whereas like if you were just learn this one Facebook hack, if you just learn this one secret that all these gurus online are doing, then you can monetize that instantly and make $10,000 instantly if you just learn that one thing. And so many people want instant gratification, right? So they're searching for the wrong thing. They're searching for what's going to give them that instant gratification, rather than overall what's going to make that long-lasting impact in their business and give them profits and fulfillment over time. And sorry if it's a little bit loud out here right now. I believe someone's mowing their lawn. But yeah, so changing yourself. How exactly do you do this? Well, for me, it was a lot of trial and error, trying something, failing, realizing I'm doing something wrong. And just iterating, getting that feedback and adjusting and getting better. And from that, I started reading books. I started realizing that my diet and my sleep schedule is shit, and I need to adjust that if I want to achieve the goals that I want to achieve. So honestly, number one, how you achieve this, how you start achieving success, how you make this shift in your business, in your life, is honestly, one, just trial and error, just experience, and just doing it, just starting and getting feedback and improving and learning from that and doing better. But another way that you can do right now that's a little bit easier is take the time to map out your goals. And it's okay if your goals change over time. Just write down your goals right now, because it's good to get clear on that. So write down your goals, write down your short-term goals, write down your midterm goals, write down your long-term goals. So maybe, what goals do you want to accomplish this month? What goals do you want to accomplish in the next 6 months, in the next 12 months, and then the next year, and really, or next 3 years, and really take the time to write down those goals, and spend some time on this, spend an hour on this, and figure out what it is you really want, and then take those goals and kind of create the person that's capable of achieving those goals. So you're kind of creating an avatar for your future self. And if you were capable of achieving those goals, you would have achieved them already. It's simple as that. So create an avatar of your future self that is capable of achieving those goals. So right now, if you're watching way too much TV, and you probably do know that you could spend more time reading or learning from podcasts or learning from courses or implementing, and instead you're watching TV. So in that future avatar, you would write, doesn't watch TV, takes his free time and reads and learns instead, right? So you're kind of designing this future version of yourself that is capable of achieving the goals that you desire right now. And once you make that shift, once you become that person, change your mindset, change your values, change your foundation, your habits, it is so much easier. It is so much easier. You're going to be more confident. You're going to be able to think clearly. And you're just going to be more equipped to achieve those goals. And again, a lot of people disregard this kind of stuff. They are looking for that one business secret, that one business hack that's going to make them money right away. But if there is a business hack, then it's first of all, for the most part, it doesn't exist, that one hack that's going to make you a ton of money overnight without having a foundation in place. And secondly, if there is a hack, it's not going to be long lasting, right? It's not going to create long lasting success, wealth, meaning to your business, to your life. Because let's say you do find one hack, you make $10,000 in a day, you still have the same shitty habits, you still have the same shitty foundation values. You don't read, you don't know much, so over time it's not going to matter anymore. It's not going to create lasting success. So another thing I wanted to mention is I'm reading Jordan Peterson's book right now. Jordan Peterson is like a philosopher, a psychotherapist. I really enjoy what he has to say. So I'm reading his book right now called 12 Rules for Life. And one of the rules, it's freezing out here. It's a nice day though. One of the rules is take care of yourself as if you take care of your pet. And he kind of goes on to explain that to do the best thing, to know what the best thing is for you, kind of do what I just described. To know what the best thing is for you, look at yourself objectively, look at yourself from an outside perspective, and it's going to be a lot easier, right? Because it's so easy for us to give advice to other people, to our family members, to our friends. It's so easy for us to do that because we can look at their situation objectively, and for the most part, we want what's best for them, right? Or we should want what's best for them. Same with our pets. We're so quick to take care of them. We're so quick, if a vet prescribes medicine, then we're on the ball, we're on top of it giving them medicine. Whereas when it comes to ourselves, we're horrible about taking medicine, right? I'm kind of rambling on now. But anyways, so what he said is look at yourself to find out what's best for you. Look at yourself from an outside perspective. Look at yourself as if you were someone else, and you're going to be able to think a lot more clearly about what's best for you right now. And what's best for you doesn't always make you happy either, because candy makes a kid happy. You can give a ton of candy to a kid and they'll be happy, but they'll get cavities, right? And it's probably not it's not nutritious, it's not nutritious, and it's not what's best for them. So by doing this, by looking at yourself, you're going to be able to prescribe solutions that are ultimately what's best for you. And again, that doesn't always mean that it's what's going to make you happy, but ultimately what's going to be the most meaningful for your life. So yeah, I just wanted to make this video to explain that shift that I went through. And I had to learn this the hard way. I had to just do trial and error, just figure out myself, I had horrible habits, I had horrible my values weren't right, my foundation wasn't right. And once I changed that, once I started learning, once I made that shift, everything became so much easier, and I accomplished so much more. So yeah, I hope you found this video value. Just to recap, to reach your goals, to get success, to accomplish your dreams, you need to change who you are, and there's no way around that. It's time and time again, people have tried to find a hack and it doesn't last. Find a business secret, and ultimately you need to change who you are. So figure out, you probably know some habits right now that are kind of negatively affecting you that you could change. So number one, changing who you are. How do you fix this? Well, one, experience, trial and error, getting feedback, iterating, getting better. And then two, map out your goals, map out your short-term goals, your mid-term goals, your long-term goals. Really take time to do that, and you know, from that, look at those goals and think who you need to be to accomplish those goals, and adjust your habits, adjust your values, adjust your foundations, adjust your knowledge accordingly, and it's going to be so much easier to achieve those goals. You're going to be able to set a new standard for yourself. Your standards are going to get much higher, and you're going to crush your goals way more easier if you just change who you are, if you just change yourself. And I know that this doesn't sound like, it's not exciting advice or anything. It's not the 3 Facebook ad secrets to make you $1 million this month. But again, guys, that stuff is just surface level information. And if you don't have your foundations right, then none of that is going to matter, and it's not going to be long lasting. You know, just to add a little bit more, I signed on a client the other day for one-on-one consulting, helping him start his business. And I had a 2-hour strategy session with him, and the first thing I recommended to him, he was having some trouble with mindset, and the first thing I recommended to him was to read a book called Psycho-Cybernetics. And you know, he probably thought I was crazy. He was like, what did I sign up for? What did I pay this guy for? But you know, ultimately that's going to pay dividends over time. Reading a book is not going to, someone's not going to come and hand you $1,000 for reading a book, but that is going to pay exponentially over time, just the knowledge that you acquire from books and learning and reading. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it wasn't exactly sexy or exciting, but I think that it'll be, you know, if you really take from this, then it's going to be very valuable to you. And I'm talking from firsthand experience here. I'm not talking from speculation. I'm talking from the transformation that I went through the past few years to become the person that I am now. And I'm still changing. You know, I still have goals, and I still need to transform myself into the person that's capable of reaching those future goals. So yeah, comment down below. Let me know what you think. You know, like the video, subscribe if you found it valuable. I know I said this before, I'm gonna be posting a lot more, at least once a week. You know, I don't want to put a ton of pressure on myself right away, because I am still running a business, and 95% of my time goes to that. But yeah, I'm gonna be trying to posting at least once a week. Honestly, being a little ambitious, I'd like to post once a day, just do a quick video like this, unedited. So yeah, let me know below if you found this video valuable, and I'll catch you in the next one.